Hello again. Pete here. Just another update. I know it's been a while, but there you go. And first a shout out to Cliff at the GI Mechanics Scale Modelling. He sent me over this card from the States. It's pretty cool. Really neat pickup on a wide-angled lens by the look of this. Rather distorted thing, but yeah. Good shout out, good channel. Does a lot of the he streams a lot of the stuff that he does, so you're sitting there and with some other chats chatting away. But yeah, I'm glad to receive a card from him. Great fella, well done. And rides a motorbike too. Good old boy. Anyway, and a little bit on the Gotha. I thought in the kit that the hinges for the rear door would actually work, but unfortunately that's a bit of an error on my part. They don't. The actual arms that were inside, I'm going to break the, were fixed solid, and you'd have to glue them in place or glue them glue them in place in an either open sort of position or a closed one. As you can see, I've just hinged that. In fact, I sawed the parts apart. I'll get some light in there. That's not very good, is it? So I sawed the parts apart and hinged them so they are active now. If I go the other way and try and get the other one. Oh, what a load of balderdash. I'm not getting into this at all, these filming things, mumble. So yeah, as you can see, I've got that activated in a hinge. This one's slightly. So in the actual pivoting part, I've now put in a little point there and a little point there, which I'll glue the tip of these pins to and get a working hinge. But I'm actually going to display it hanging off the wall, and all this is going to be totally useless apart from the fact that I've done it. Oh, that's better. I've got a funny shadow behind me. So yeah, I'll be the back side of that pin that I've already put in there, that bit there. I'll put a dab of glue on there and glue it into there and leave them to set. But really, I think if I was building this as a model for actually getting this to work, I'd go for a piece of tubing and wire into the roof, and then use these as a dummy, because I don't think they'd actually support it in the, get that in hook in there, God. It'll really end up wobbling about quite a lot, you know. Like I say, I'm going to hang it in a position like that up on the wall, displayed like that. I've been working on these seams. That one's still got a little bit there I'm not too keen on, but like I said, that is the wall side. And also, if you can see in there, I should have shown you this before I glued the halves together, because you can't see it now. I put in a piece of really thick plastic styrene, and I've drilled it out, and it is tapped with an eyelet. Over here we got a sort of screw eyelet. I'll show you in the final video, but that will screw through the undercarriage part and into the body, giving me my fixing point to actually hang it on the wall. I've also got two holes here, which will be for a stabilizer bar that will stop the undercarriage from hitting the wall, because it's got quite flimsy undercarriage. So I'll have just a little stabilizer bar down there and then hang that like that, and it'll just be buffeted away from the wall without the undercarriage smashing onto the wall when you take it off and dust it. I'm going to repaint these figures. They're a bit too dark. They're quite realistic, but a bit too dark once it's all, so I'll just highlight them a little bit more, and then fill in the rest of the glasses and that. Moving off of this a bit, with doing the Doug Hensley appreciation build the other day, I was left with a 1968 El Camino to play with, and I thought, well, I better have a look at it, you know, as it's there. And started playing around with that. Come on, save the box. Don't, help everybody see what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, there you go, on the skew. There you go. This El Camino. So, I've made a plastic tonneau for it, and I've changed the wheels. Lower that a bit. I've got hold of them onto these ones. It's all going to fall apart. Yeah, you just fell out. Oh, balls! I'll just go straight for it. Underneath the tonneau cover is a new bed that I'm making. Oh, before we get there, even a new bed that I'm making with a drill box section and stuff. And I found this. We're experimenting with different vinyl materials, and this one turned up, and I thought, oh, that looks really kind of, I don't know what, but I like that, so I'm making a bed out of that to see what that looks like. Right, and then I've got the inner arches, which are aluminum. A lot of this I'll have to build up on the way in, as I've flared the arches here, fender flares, wheel arches, you know, by warming that up. I don't use anything more than a candle. I find that a lighter is far too aggressive. I got a little bit to do at each corner there where it stretched out. Once it had stretched out and I'd got the radius I liked, which actually was a small hammer handle, and I raised the hammer handle in much like I'm using my finger, but it saves burning my finger, and did that with it. And that raised the actual plastic out. And I cut a strip of plastic sheet, and put that in there. As you can see, I've still got scorch marks in there from just using a candle, but it's just a few minutes more, but you get a bit more manipulation. And I've only got, you know, a little skimmer filler to blend in the bottom corner of there where there's no material on the arch anyway. And I've pulled out the sides to fit in my bigger wheels. I've get those out of the way, I don't want to buckle them up. For these arches, this is, as Mark Batson was saying the other day, pie dish. I don't know what came out of this, and I got they called a Pro Stock 68 Chevelle, something like that, with a Pro, and just cut and strip, laid it in, kept it square to the inner arch. I haven't got one. Kept it square to the inner arch, and then run a ballpoint pen down through the cross to give me these troughs, and then when I'm exposed that way, that'll give me that sort of, you know, finish there, and it won't matter too much that they're not 100% underneath, because they are the inner wheel arches. And these tyres, this all came out, the wheels came from a junk Corvette, and then the tyres came in a load of bits and bobs that I bought also, and these arms. I'm using these arms. All comes in, you know, job lot bits and pieces. I've punched out a few discs for the spring supports, because putting in proper springs, which I've done in the front already. Let's see under there, fall off your bugger. I've lowered the axle as much as possible, and I've got one coffee stirrer lollipop stick thickness of clearance underneath it, and springs in there. These are the same length as the stock springs, I think, and the back ones are a couple mil longer. These points here I've added to locate the spring. Right, it's just a piece of tubing from a biro insert, a ballpoint pen, refill insert, with a rivet made from a piece of stretched sprue. I just heat up a piece of sprue over a candle and pull it, and that will leave me with a sort of rod, and I'll snip that bit down, pop that through the hole in the middle of the tubing, heat each end, and it forms a rivet down there, so it's just firmly attached, pretty smooth finish at the top, and I can locate a spring easy. That spring will just slide on, slide up the centre of the spring. The same on the bottom there, the spring will just slide over that there pin pad and stop at the bottom ones. And all that will jack it up a little bit more as well, because you have got a millimetre of depth on that bottom pad there, which will add to your spring height. So all these things you've got to note as well, but that's what jigging up and prattling around like this is for, isn't it? So that's basically it for the last thing. I've got to get back to my other pickup trucks as well. Sorry, Johnny. All over, this is a nice kit. I've compared it to the Revel 68. Are they 68? Yes, 68 Chevrolet El Camino pickup, which has got a moulded in frame and quite a few moulded in beds. This has all got a separate bed parts, which is handy because I'll nick it. I don't mind. I'll make up this custom bed for in here for my sort of semi-pro street affair. It all goes under there much further forward, but I don't know what they were off originally, but I'll soon fit them on here and smash everything to bits. Brilliant kit this, really like it. It's quite expensive over here, but there's a lot. It is a good kit. Only thing in yet again is moulded on wiper blades. Why? And while we're around here, I've done my I don't know when you can get that, blue bulbs in the headlamps. I think they look tricky in reality. I hope they come out as good over here. There again is a stretch sprue technique. There was a car with a blue, it was another Camino, the one with the hard hats and stuff, had a blue camper van. So I nicked a piece of the sprue off of that, stretched that over a candle, and made little bulbs that I drilled through, and then using the same heat up a rivet technique. And you probably get the light to go all the way through those, because they're just clear blue tubes set right back in. You can adjust the beam by knocking it around so as it actually sets in centre, and you'll get a better looking beam, which was quite good fun. Put a black wash over it all and then clear coated it. Because HPI guy I think was saying about the chrome on these newer ones being so thin it was just coming off, so I thought I'd try and protect it a bit with a clear coat. A lot of people dull their chrome down. This was humble gloss clear coat. Anyway, that about wraps it up for a few millennia. Still don't like making videos. Funny old game. Anyway, so that's a bye-bye, as Nigel likes to say. And I'll say best wishes from jolly old England. Thanks very much for watching, and like, subscribe and all that if you want to. Bye-bye.